Russian roulette involved answering the phone. Until my signal dwindles or my channel is in Rome, or my cell phone dies, or it's cancer in my dome.
You are looking live at the WBC Arena. My name is Todd Grisham. Alongside me is Johnny Nelson.
The pleasure's always mine, my friend.
Time for our tale of the tape. Terrence Bud Crawford, 173 centimeters tall, tipping the scales at the 135-pound limit, and he's got a reach of 188 centimeters. And he'll be facing the one and only Josh Taylor. He weighs in at 140 pounds, 5 foot 8 inches tall, with a reach of about 69.5 inches.
Yeah, if you've got a bro that's in front of you, that's going to put you under pressure, get to your ribs and get close, you've got to be fast on your feet. If you've got the height and the reach, which I always go for, I depend on that. But if someone is going to push...
And here he is, Bud Terrence Crawford, one of the pound-for-pound best in the world, fighting out of Nebraska, USA, one of the greatest of all time. Tartan Tornado.
This bout is scheduled for 8 rounds of boxing. Fighting out of the red corner, from Omaha, Nebraska, here is the acclaimed 3-division world champion and...
So much hype surrounding this big matchup. Can't wait to see what goes down when the opening bell rings.
All right.
And that's the opening bell, round 1. That punch is beginning to take its toll. Is telling the story from that jab. And it's code red time for Josh Taylor. Down goes Josh Taylor. He hit him with the perfect body shot, and there's no getting up from this one.
You're right, Todd.
1, 2, 3, 4. Come to me.
They're on their feet, but is this the beginning of the end?
Look at his corner, look for the instructions. They're telling him to calm down, make the most of the count, get up, breathe, and move. Get behind the referee, save yourself a bit of time. You just need to make your way back to the corner. Somehow, get to the end of the round.
Need to turn this around halfway through.
Is that ever hope? Remember the fight at Evander Holyfield? He could be behind on points until the last 10 seconds, but he's fighting like he's going to put it back. That's the kind of hope we need to see.
These two have been going at it on social media, and now finally, they're about to go at it in the ring.
This is not just hype. We are in for something special tonight. What an arena, what an atmosphere, what a build-up.
This is with the straight left. It looks like he's going to survive the round here, but just barely. Talk about Taylor in that last round. It's not over till it's over. And there's the bell for round 2. Got to get the momentum shift coming their way. What can they do here?
What a heavy knockdown. How are they going to come back from that? They staggered back to the corner. They've got to freshen them up, alert them again, get them back on point again. This round, they've got to coast around. Don't get involved. Give yourself another 3 minutes to get your head clear.
Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. Swing and a miss with the hook. When you're fighting a counterpuncher, the feint can be such a good weapon. Pretend you're going to punch, make the counterpuncher throw a punch, and then you counter them.
They have got great ring IQ. Counterpunchers are the best.
punch. These two are the perfect dance partners.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them. More than happy.
Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Missing with the left hook. A perfect counter shot. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Let's talk about Crawford in that round. And there's the bell for round 3. So the fight will continue. How do they turn things around?
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt, you've got to get out there again. Be smart, be sharp. Don't be a fool, don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him, tie him up, just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
Hook doesn't land. Both men step back for just a moment. This has been a very competitive round as we reach the midway point.
Skill for skill, tap for tap, just like a match made in heaven.
You'd like to see more jabs. This is some of the best action I've seen in any round, anywhere this year. Punch, counter punch. Let's talk about Crawford in that. And there's the bell to start round 4. Safe to say that last round was a nightmare. Let's see if we can turn it around here.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
There's a counter shot. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there would be some more action here. That big hook doesn't land. Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. Nice defense on that hook. Back and forth they go in this round. The momentum continues to shift.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
You know, with lightweights, these guys are going to be lightning quick.
That power might be the do or die. That power might be the equalizer.
There's a counter shot. Nice job getting that punch through. Do you believe what we are seeing. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Crawford in that last round. Well, we know they've got the advantage. And there's the bell for round 5. Coming off that great round, let's see if they can build on momentum here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
That counter punch caught him clean. Punch, counter punch. Punch, counter punch. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. There's no doubt that this fighter's power can change the fight around in an instant. He can't afford to make one single minor mistake.
You've got to be courageous when you get in there with someone that's bigger, stronger, and faster. You've just got to use brain there.
We're at the halfway point of this round, and both of these fighters have had their moments. Still could go either way.
Skill for skill, tap for tap.
Oh, and a shot from the heavens sends him to the canvas. As we watch it again one more time, appreciate the perfection of that knockout shot.
1, 2, 3, 4. Are you okay?
Can't believe they managed to beat the count, but that could be the last hurrah.
That is a show of character. When you're put down, your ego's hurt, your chin's hurt, your body's hurting, and you've got to get up, suck it up, and think, right, I'm back in the game again. It's so hard for a fighter.
So we enter the final 10 seconds here in a pretty dominant display. Talking about Crawford in that last round. Let's start the 6th. They really got banged up last round. What can they do here to change the momentum?
Todd, listen to me. If I knock somebody down like that round, you know this round coming out? He's getting everything, full barrel because I know his legs are gone. So this, you watch what's going to happen. If he doesn't, I'll be very, very surprised.
Looks like they're going to try and be a little more elusive now. Good counter punch. Nice punch. So he's going to drop his arms down here. Not sure that's the wisest decision. In this division, both fighters will constantly be on their toes trying to punch and counterpunch.
This is about ego. Get your ego in check, Todd, because if you fight a man that is used to doing this, he's confident and comfortable doing this, why are you giving him that chance to dance that dance? Step out of the way, box him. Frustrate him, because if you let him get away with it, he'll close you down.
We're at the halfway point, and both of these fighters know the round is still up for grabs.
Perfectly matched. Skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
He misses with that straight left. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Crawford in that. Here we go. It's round 7. Not the start that they wanted, but let's see what they can do in this round.
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on you, and that's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
see a jab from these two. Gotta let your... Hold that thought! One of the best fighters Scotland's ever produced is in trouble. It looked great live. How will it look again on slow motion replay?
I've got to see that again.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Give me your 4.
They got knocked down but didn't stay down. Once again showing you how much grit and courage this fighter has.
Well, now it's about getting back to the corner, freshen up, get new instructions given to you, and they've got to G you up. They've got to tell you what you're doing wrong and what you're doing right.
Halfway through the round, and they've got some work to do to get back. Did you see that? It's code red time now for Josh Taylor. Down goes Taylor. Let's watch that again in replay from a different angle.
That's lights out right there.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Can you continue?
Well, they're back up on their feet, but I'm not sure why.
Somebody can smell blood.
Not the best of rounds with 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Taylor in that last round. And they're back at it again here in round 8. It's been a nightmare so far. What can they do to turn this around?
2 knockdowns in that last round. There'll be sheer panic in that corner. What do? Do they throw the towel in? Do they let him come back out?
Hold on, gotta cut you off here, Johnny. One of the best fighters Scotland's ever produced is in trouble. And apparently no rest for the weary. Thought about taking a breath, but instead, they're in there throwing bombs again.
Now they've got to wake up. They've got to get on the back foot, clear the head a little bit, then jump back into it again. It's all about the hustle. Get back on it.
Nice counter shot. Blistering hand speed from both of these outstanding lightweights.
Sometimes when you get in there with someone that's so powerful, you've got to think him. You've just got to be smarter than them. You've got to be like it.
I don't care how good your chin is. A punch like that, and you're going down.
I need to see that again.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You're out.
You heard that right, ladies and gentlemen. A knockout victory and one of the biggest surprises of...